Hi, so today I'm going to be talking to you about seven life hacks for solopreneurs. There's so much to do, and if you are a solopreneur, I know that you are doing so many things, and you really need to be, more focused, more productive, and every time this feeling is always there. Okay, so without a plan for using the time in your day wisely, running a business from home can really feel like holding the tiger by the tail, right? And I know for female entrepreneurs how overwhelming it can be. You know, the weight of the responsibilities or the length of your to-do list just seems to be never ending. And here today, I'm going to be sharing with you seven life hacks for you as a solopreneur that can help you stay focused on the bigger picture. And I have created a consistent plan for this. I have used it myself. I have used it to experience increase my productivity, get more organized in my business, and significantly up level my business. And that is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. So here we go. The first one is plan your week and do the most important task first. So if you are someone who has not been planning your week, you know what's going to happen next week, do it. Even if it is a smaller level, even if it is that one task that you want to do every day towards the week, do that. And the most important task first. This can be a little tricky at the beginning, but I want you to really prioritize them. You know what you need. Okay, now you need to decide what needs to be done first. Okay, there's a beautiful book, and I want you to refer to that book, First Things First. If you read this book, which is by Stephen Covey, by the way, you will be able to get how we ideally place the day. He actually, invites us to picture our work day in a container. I also suggest that you should go and have a look at the video, which is the big rock exercise that he does. And he actually explains how you can have this big task, or the big rocks that he calls. That is the task that really matters to you, how you need to prioritize that, and how you need to work around that. So people who have been my one-to-one coaching client, they know exactly, what I'm talking about and how they can really compartmentalize this thing. But yes, if you are someone who doesn't know about this, go and watch the video. It's actually easy to feel overwhelmed with this new week approaching, right? And there is so much to do. But you know what, planning out my week to the T actually helps me relieve a lot of stress. And not only do I plan out my schedule for work, but it's very important to plan out for the meals, to plan out for the workouts, to plan out, when you're actually going to go and make the bed, clean up the space, or just, certain drawers that you need to clean up maybe every week, you can schedule it around. So it's not only about just the work, but everything revolving around your home, especially you're working from home, then this becomes very, very essential, and otherwise also do. So how can you make your week look much easier even though it is busy? It's all about managing the time effectively. Okay, and the second one that I want to tell you today is value your own time and set your goals. You got to value your time. Otherwise, everybody else is sucking in a lot of time. Everybody has their own priorities that come and sit on top of your priorities. So sometimes it might get really, really overwhelming. Sometimes it may feel like, oh my God, I'm doing so much. But building a daily schedule can still be tricky at the beginning. I can understand, but you will agree to start a day, the success of your venture really, really depends on the long hours without start time or the end time. This is what you normally start feeling, right? There's no time. It's like I'm doing everything the whole day. And you know what, it doesn't have to be that way actually, because if you're just starting in your business, or if you're a solopreneur and doing so many things in your business, it might take a little time to show the results. So you got to validate your choices. You got to understand what is it that I need to do first, prioritize that accordingly, set your goals accordingly, and then plan out that entire week, as I said, right? I personally like to set my personal and professional goals for myself so that I know that I can keep everything balanced. Okay. For example, my ideal workday may look like so many hours to be put into my business. So I always plan the the business stuff, or when whatever support that I need to be giving to my clients within that work frame. So if most of the people who know me, you would have seen me like, okay, after 3 I'm not available. So what I consider this as a perfect work-life balance for me, and it could be different for different people, right? So like when my kids are back home, I prefer giving them complete time and attention, because probably that gives me a whole lot of satisfaction and I don't feel guilty. So that makes a lot of sense any which ways. So plan it out accordingly. Okay, set your goals. The third one is implement efficient routines. I believe good routines can improve your productivity dramatically, and there is no right or wrong way to go about building productive habits as long as you stick to them. So, by compacting and clearly defining the task based on the goals that you have set up for yourself, it can look like little lesser effort. And try to automate things as much as possible in your daily routine so that you can become more productive. Okay, the fourth one is separate home and work. The principle behind keeping your time in track is to keep it give space for each one of them, the home and the work as well. So any seasoned solopreneur who's working from home will warn you about the problem of letting workspace and the home space actually bleed into one another. So you actually got to separate it. Imagine that if you had to go to office, you would be sitting at that table doing the work and closing down when the day really is closed. Similarly, you do the same thing at home, because otherwise it's quite overwhelming. You see so much work lying outside on the home front, and there is a tendency to mix this up. So just be very dedicated, probably set up a desk for yourself and ensure that you give that relevant time for your business. Okay. You don't have to do everything alone. Don't do it all alone is the fifth one that I would want to talk about. While you're cutting out all the distractions at home and on the work front, you don't have to live in utter isolation. You got to network and connect with people in your industry, or even from any other industry. That could be really valuable. Remind yourself that no matter how unique your problems are, someone has gone through it before. So by seeking advice from these friendly supporters, you can create and rope in and pull yourself out of that slump that you really feel. And maybe you can then go ahead and even help others who might be facing similar problems, right? Having said that, the sixth one is outsource everything you can. So running a business from home requires a wide variety of skills, right? While your goal maybe to do everything yourself, networking may uncover specialities that sometimes these small tasks, something that you can really outsource, and you can actually focus on something that you really care about. And that is why your focus on your why becomes very important. Remember the why. The success of your business is the result of the clearly defined mission statement that you have, right? So if you are an army of one, then you're no different, right? Write down your why and post it somewhere where you can see it on daily basis so that you don't digress, you don't lose the focus. Okay. Also, and you don't have to do everything alone. You know what bits and pieces you can give it to someone. Okay. The seventh one and the last one is self-care. Giving yourself a few minutes or an hour a day is essential to your overall well-being as a solopreneur. It's easy to get caught up in excitement of running a business that you might even forget certain things that may be very important for you on the personal front. Take a moment to detox, relax, unplug, and that's absolutely vital for the success, right? Trust me, overworking does not result in better products. Take care of yourself, and your business will thank you for that later. Hope these life hacks have been useful for you as a solopreneur. And I am curious to know which one is the feeling that you truly resonate with, which is mostly like, this is what happens with me. Reply back and let me know. And if you're ready to go and Come and join our community, Transform Her, which is for women entrepreneurs, where I help female business owners to build a business and life they love.